Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Matt Porter, Chief Tasting Officer, Master Blender for Barrel King here, telling you about January 2026 releases for Barrel King Gold members. First and foremost, I want to say Happy New Year to you and yours, whether you're a Barrel King Gold member, a patron of mine, or just a viewer of the channel. Happy New Year, and hopefully 2026 is our year. At Barrel King, we're ushering in the new year with two new blends, Batch 122 and Batch BJ4. Whew. Starting with BJ4. BJ4 is a 113 proof straight bourbon whiskey, and it's called Winter is Coming. This little bugger blended by Dan Shook. You may know him as the better half of the Bourbon Junkies, or from Evernorth Spirits. Dan Shook made a little venture down to Bourbon, Missouri and whipped up this son of a batch. This straight bourbon blend is a blend of 7-year Green River, 12-year MGP, 10-year MGP, and some 99% corn bourbon from Indiana. Daniel Shook, who has never been at a loss for words when asked to describe this whiskey, he went on and on and on for so long. Just kidding. All he said was it's fat kid whiskey. I'll be the judge of that. The nose is nice. Lots of warming notes are coming out of the glass on the nose. Some warmed caramel, some warmed vanilla, and some orange mixed into that. A little bit of citrus orange inside of that vanilla caramel. There's a little tiny bit of like a salty sunflower seed in there too, which really counterbalances the sweetness on the nose exceptionally well. Like a friggin' candy bar in a glass. Little bit of Three Musketeers, and then the more you nose it, start to slightly get a little bit of a payday bar. Not overly nutty whatsoever. Like I said, more of a sunflower seed, but a big rush of caramel comes along with it. Like a new and improved Daniel Shook payday. Oh, there will come a payday, hallelujah, what a payday. There will come a payday someday, someday. A really inviting, warm, well-balanced nose that I could go on and on about, but sometimes you need to know when to stop talking and smelling and when to put the whiskey inside your body. Batch BJ4, down the hatch. Big sip. That's good. That is good. Yeah, it's a lingerer. I like that. It is like a liquid friggin' candy bar. If that candy bar were infused with oil, it's like an oily liquid candy bar. If that oily liquid candy bar were infused with, say, like 56% alcohol. It's oily, it's candy, it's warming. It's like human heating oil for your body. Chocolate, nougat, and caramel, center stage. They put on one heck of an act. They do their curtsy, they wander off, and then Tootsie Roll comes in to thank everybody for coming out. Tootsie Roll's like, everybody, thanks for coming out. That was a great show. And then Oak wanders in behind Tootsie Roll because Oak thinks that it's closing the show, and it wonders what the heck Tootsie Roll's doing there. And Tootsie Roll's kind of a pushover, also a little bit afraid of Oak because of some interactions they've had in the past where Oak slapped Tootsie Roll around a little bit. Oak sees Tootsie Roll, pushes it off the stage, and is like, it's my turn to finish the show. And that's what we get. Tootsie Roll into this Oak finish. The candy bar is the star, but the Oak is the lingering finish that really dots the I's and crosses the T's. It's actually pretty unique to have an Oak finish like that. Normally when we get Oak on the palate, it's a lingering Oak from front to back. But this, the Oak comes out at the end, like I said. Batch BJ4 is something I can really get into. It's something I really appreciate. I love a good straight bourbon blend. Great job, Mr. Daniel Shook, on blending this. This is tremendous. This is really, really good. Moving along, we have Batch 122. Batch 122 is a 122.6 proof fantasy collection offering that was blended by Keenan Castillo of Whiskier. He has a YouTube channel called Whiskier, and the man is pretty good looking. Keenan, young man from Louisiana, and he made this blend called Cake, short for This King Takes the Cake. The Louisiana native, he may be in tremendous shape, he may be able to run for miles and miles, but he did have a chunky phase. And in that chunky phase, he loved himself some king cake. King cake, if you're unfamiliar, familiarize yourself, because this blend, batch 122, is king cake in a glass. I was actually in Bourbon, Missouri when Kanan was blending this. Half of this blend is 51% MGP rye, a 6-year rye finished in butter pecan barrels. 25% of the blend is 8-year 21% MGP bourbon, and then the final 25% of the blend is 12-year 36% MGP bourbon. And I don't understand it, but when you smell it, it literally smells like king cake. It smells so deep fried, like an elephant ear when you're at a carnival or festival or any good fair. They have the big giganto cinnamon and powdered sugar elephant ears. Yeah, it just smells like delicious fried dough with some pineapple influence in it, and then a definite strawberry note that I get, a very awesome strawberry note. If you look at a king cake and smell this whiskey, you'll be like, holy shit, I can smell what I'm looking at. Typically our conditioned finished barrels are used as like a finisher to add on top, but Kanan went about it the opposite way. He went about it all cray-cray. Kanan started with that butter pecan rye as his base and then added whiskey on top of that. But that's the cool thing about whiskey blending, is there's really no wrong way. And the way that Kanan went about this, ridiculous. So cool. The nose is bonkers. The nose is crazy. Wow. Damn, that's good. The palate is just like the nose. Super sweet, deep fried cinnamon bread, some strawberry funnel cake, a ton of powdered sugar. The nose is sweeter than the palate, but still offers this awesome, delicious, sweet, fried dough that if you're a fantasy collection fan, you'll definitely be down for. This is so good. This is what the fantasy collection is all about. You get an idea in your head, you're like, I want to make a king cake whiskey, and then you literally make a king cake whiskey. What the hell is even that? The proof is big, it's dense, it's sweet, it's oily. An absolutely wonderful way to kick off the new year in the fantasy collection line, and I cannot wait for gold members to get their hands on this and on the BJ blend. 2 guest blenders in January, and I'm literally terrified of losing my job. Either of these batches sound phenomenal to you and you're not a Barrel King Gold member, click on the link in the description below. Become a Barrel King Gold member and get your hands on these in the month of January. No long-term obligation required, you can cancel at any time, but at Barrel King, we just like to know how much whiskey to bottle each month based off of our member numbers. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Kanan, and thank you, Mr. Daniel Shook, for being our guest blenders for the month of January. Happy New Year to each and every one of you out there. Thank you for a tremendous 2025, and I'm super pumped for 2026.